Hello everyone, welcome to Minecraft episode 13. Lucky, unlucky, I'll let you decide. Because today we are going into the end, and I want to get myself an elytra. Now, there's a few things that we should probably discuss. I did a short stream yesterday talking about them, but we're going to recover them because I've done even more since then. I've been hard at work. And you can immediately turn and see to the left, we have what is a very, very basic mob spawner. Now the key is you'll stand up there in the little chamber. That brings you within the 24, or just past 24 blocks. So that theoretically activates the spawning radius for in there and does all that sort of stuff. Now, you might also be saying, okay, well, fair. What did you do yesterday? Well, we went along here and we placed down a ton of torches. Literally 4 stacks of torches just in the ambient environment. You can actually still see on our minimap the red area is the dark area where things can spawn. You can see that we've gone and we actually haven't changed that minimap off of that, which is not really a big deal to me. I kind of like it like that because it tells me where things are dark. But that's not all that's been done. Turning back here, we have completed, or at least laid down the foundation for one of our parts of our wall. Hooray! We've done a lot of work on that. We've also laid down the structure in terms of a lot of the pillars. We've figured out where we want to put the pillars. It's a little bit wacky down over here at the back, but there was not much I could really do to make it work. Unless I wanted to theoretically expand the wall out to a corner, bring that out to hit the corner, and then I could have done it. Either way, that's a whole thing. So I did that. So we're working pretty good with that. I've also figured out what we wanted to do for our pathway. And there's apparently a bunch of phantoms coming for us. Do you mind, sirs? Getting a bit of lag there, jeez. Okay, so we've figured out what we wanted to do for that pathway. And not only that, I've gone through quite a lot of sets of tools. You can kind of see over here the amount of like stuff that I've used, pickaxes, etc. And that's not all of it. We have a few pickaxes in here. 3 netherite pickaxes brought down to like a below 200%, under 10% durability. That we had a good old silk touch, we had a good fortune pickaxe, and we had another fortune pickaxe broken. Can these phantoms please cease? There we go. So needless to say, that's the whole thing. Really? Again? Okay, no, alright, we're good. Okay, well, either way, I was going to move down here anyways, because I've done a bit more work. I've started coming in here and adding a bit of stone as like an actual proper wall face. And so this is something that I've talked about a few times. I like the gradient between basalt to cobblestone. It's got this very similar texture that's sort of just darker. And the black stone down here at the bottom, it doesn't have that same sort of texture, but it's almost got like a bigger... It feels like a volcanic, dark, ashy sort of block. Or rather, if not ash, then like almost obsidian-like. Which is sort of inherently counterintuitive, because if anything, it wouldn't be obsidian, because it's got large rock structures, whereas obsidian tends to be very short, or very small silicon structures which forms its crystals. Regardless, that's the whole thing, geology anyways. But yeah, I've been slowly bringing it out and around. I still need to do a bit more work over here. And of course, we haven't really done it on this side. We've got our big old thing here in terms of all of our potato farm. I've tried to light up a bit of this area. And now we come over to here. You can't see it because I've fixed it already. But we've lost our warrior. We've lost our sword. The Equalizer, our netherite awesome sword. I was fighting a creeper. I backed up, accidentally mashed Q as I was moving to the back to the left using S and A, and I dropped my sword as the creeper came right into range, exploded, and as soon as I dropped it, I immediately dropped down, queued things out of my inventory to try and pick it back up, but I was simply too late. The explosion took our sword. It was a netherite sword as well, which hurt me because I was like, that's an entire netherite ingot that I lost. Oh man. So that's the whole thing. Now you can see over here, we've got something up here. This is where I started the stream. I spent a decent chunk of time last night building a very traditional water farm. The only difference is that I've used dispensers instead of the traditional piston pull up and let water roll down style. That's because the way I have it like this, you can measure essentially the 7 across pretty easily, and then it drops down on the 8th and moves across. If we get all of that stuff grown, then I might trigger it to show you guys how it works, but it's a pretty simple mechanism. I've been slowly coming through here and changing some of this stuff. Okay, that's that stuff off the top of my head. What else have I noted? Yeah, not much. I don't think I've really done too much apart from that. We ended up getting a jungle sapling from a wandering trader, which is why I was able to fulfill that path building style I was thinking about. I suppose we can come down here, and immediately you'll see that this build is either not that efficient, or I have not been AFKing too much. Both kind of correct. I haven't really AFK'd at all. I've done it for maybe an hour or two whilst I've been out doing other stuff. But that's neither here nor there. So let's see what we've got. Let's head to the end. Now, the end, not the end, sorry, the nether is the other place I've been working quite hard. And I'll show you. Actually, you guys already know where my netherite mine is. I've already shown that on camera a few times. But I'll show you some of the other stuff that I've done. Okay, but let's also clear out our inventory, because I think let's go to the nether, and then we'll swing over to the end, and we can try and find ourselves an elytra. That sounds good to me. Let's put this in here. Torch. Now this one has... Also, we have our Equalizer Mark 2 is the other thing that I've done. Sharpness 5, Knockback 2, Sweeping Edge 3, Looting 3. I was considering trying to get Fire Aspect, but I'm not really too worried about it. Looking through here, I don't think we've actually got Fire Aspect, or at least anything that I could really apply. Like Looting 1, that sort of stuff is fine. I enchanted and got both of these, Smite 5, Knockback 2, and Bane of Arthrods 5, Sweeping Edge 3. That I was actually surprised, because it's very rare, in my opinion, or at least to my knowledge, to find a level 5 off the bat. But I got Smite 5 as like the shown thing, and I was like, sure, we'll get that. And Bane, I think, was the other shown thing. If not, I mean, Sweeping Edge would have been the other one. Regardless, I have those two. Am I going to use them? Probably not. We've already killed the Wither once. I made it into an actual beacon because it was sitting there in that form there. And I was like, oh, that's not really too necessary to have it like that. Let's put the basalt in here. We've got a couple of blocks of quartz. I've been doing a decent bit of quartz mining, but not that much. I really do that more for the experience at this point. And we can see here our Silk Touch pickaxe is feeling the burn as well. So we're going to put them here. We need to get mending, so that way we can repair these. We'll put the Fortune pickaxe away. We have our Workhorse pickaxe, which is our efficiency 4 on breaking 3. I'm looking for another efficiency 4, so that way I can bring it to an efficiency 5. What we'll do is we'll store our tools in here, because naturally speaking, Oh, actually, that's the other thing I can show you before we go as well, because I want to take my ender chest with me, so that way I can store important things in here. We'll take the saddle, we'll take the gold. The golden apple's good to have. I'll take some wood out of here. Wood can go in there. Sticks go in here. Sand is here. Dirt is here. We got stone into here, and I think stone bricks go in there as well. Doesn't really make a difference one way or the other. We'll take the iron bars because I need them. That goes there, that goes there. Gold. Nope, gold goes here. Boop, boop. Same thing with iron. Put the bucket. Actually, we'll take a bucket of water. I think that's a smart call. We've got torches. We don't really need them for the end or the nether. I'll take one arrow because we have infinity on our bow. Redstone dust goes there. Saddle can go into here or up here. It doesn't really matter. They're sort of interchangeable. Shears go in here. Now, that's actually something else I should probably take a look at off the top of my head. So, as you are aware, I'm sure, we have our villagers down here. I've been using them for a lot of experience and such, and I decided, you know what, it's time to breed them. So I came through here and created a third room down along this way. And this is still a child. That's irritating. You are an irritant. Okay, and we'll come through here. Now, immediately off the bat, Our gear is not looking too good. It's looking a little bit worse for wear. That's fine, though. We can handle it. I can actually grab some water from here because those are waterlogged underneath. That's why it keeps it hydrated. Okay, we've got our water. Now the question is, do we want to bring a shield? Perhaps that might be a smart decision. I don't really want to take netherite if I can avoid it in my inventory at the very least. So I think a shield might be a wise call. We have our chest plate. I don't really want to enchant up another chest plate though, to be honest. So we're just going to take what we've got, one of them, and we'll take a couple of planks of wood, shield it up. Excellent. Okay, cool. So we have our shield, bada bing. We lost our totem of undying as well, which is a bit of a bummer. Okay, so now I'm just thinking. Yep, okay, I know what I need to show. I've done so much stuff and various bits of mining and such. So you might recall we checked with spectator mode a little while ago. Let me quickly see that. Let me quickly tab out for just a moment. I need to respond to a message. There we were in Matt's car. I saw one of the boys. Fair. Okay, no D&D. That's good because I'm not playing D&D tonight. And I'm also already streaming, so that is what it is. Okay, down here, we insta-dead. No, let's eat a golden carrot, get our saturation and hunger up. Golden carrots tend to be one of the better foods for saturation, to my knowledge, and we can get them very easily. Okay, so, now, as I was saying, there was the spectator caves that were very dark that we saw. I ended up going down and just basically mining downwards and trying to use the sound through my ears to determine what we could find. Now, we have two pathways. One of them was built as an effort to get back up. One of them was built as the effort to get downwards. I hear a skeleton nearby. I don't sense it, which is odd, so I might need to deal with that later. Now, you might be asking, what is this? Well, this is a slime chunk, and also my storage for my random garbage. So what we'll do, actually, is I'm going to bring all of this, and we're going to... Let's pick up... we'll have to take a Silk Touch pickaxe in our inventory, just so that we can ensure we have our ender chest. Actually, on the contrary, let's take our axe as well, and we'll collect that. Silk Touch to pick it up, and then activate. Excellent. So, you might be saying, okay, cool. I don't see any slimes in there either. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't see any either, but this is also a double chunk that was right next to each other. That was the main reason why I came through here and built them here. I've slowly been using that to collect slime. I'd come down here every once in a while. I've lit up a massive amount of caves. Actually, what we can do... No, never mind, I won't go into spectator. But my point is, essentially, we have gone spectator... we've gone and, moved down and misspoke. I was about to say we've gone spectator, but I can assure you that we do not. Hold on. Alright, but yes, no, so we've been mining down and basically doing probe holes for the most part. I could actually prove the point of, the fact I have, because you can see there's a massive, not network, but, where I've, mined, stopped, listened, turned left, turned right, all that sort of stuff, regardless. So that's a whole thing. I believe the hole was actually right here. Nope, hang on. Have I filled it in? I might have filled it in. Huh. Could have sworn it was one of... Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. So we went and did a whole poke hole and such. I don't know why I'm trying to emphasize that point enough. I don't really know why. But yes, so we did that. There's another one down here that we mined down, and we've managed to take care of that. Yeah, so that we shouldn't hear too many mobs as we're walking around here, which is good. Yeah, I don't know. I mainly have just been wanting to try and get rid of the amount of mobs that are around our base. After losing my sword, I'm just sort of nah, I'm cool with what I've got. Alright, so, anyways, what else do we have? I seem to be peaking the mic just a tad, so we'll turn that down just a little bit. That should be fine. Okay, because that keeps us in the orange. So apologies if I'm hurting everyone's ears. Okay, so in here, we opened up specifically the wrong one. Gravel. Andesite. Boop boop, diorite, granite. Excellent, that goes in here. We have our extra torch. I'll go place that as we run down. Mutton can go in the food. You can go in there. Okay, I believe we are good. Let us go and move to the nether for the moment. And I can show off what I've been working on in the nether. Also, this entire area is capable of spawning monsters, which is kind of annoying. So I need to go through and put some effort into trying to fix that. Okay, drop that there. I don't like the fact I've ruined my grass, but that's fine. We'll deal with it. Let's take the boat over, because I always swim, because I've got depth strider on my boots. But the thing is, boats just tend to generally be faster. Oh, hello, zombie man. I extended and expanded the pathway just a little bit, because I was mining for a couple of blue ice for the what's it called? For the system over there underneath the farm, because it's got water to carry the items. So I did that. Wait, hang on, what's that? What's that red? Oh no, that's spawning. Right, okay, I'm a fool, don't worry about it. Okay, we need to probably take that down as well. It's kind of not necessary. Oi, hey, I hear creepers. You guys need to cease immediately. Where's the spider? Oi, get down here. Get out of here. Apparently your boy's just a pro. I'm guessing the creeper went back through there. Now, so I end up creating this this tunnel down this way. And this, of course, is created from bottom up. There's a lot of trouble in creating a pathway up, because there's like lava everywhere, like up here. So I had to find a specific poke hole that allowed me to go up. I was hoping to get like right to the portal, but unfortunately, yeah, that's the whole thing. This tunnel's like about 1,000 blocks long, because I was originally making it so I could get to the ender portal, or the nether portal that brings us to the end. And turns out I'm actually dumb, because I fully overshot it and just didn't even realize and was sitting there going for a while. We're going to smack that back. Get out of here, you fool. I've been slowly expanding out this roof. Hey, we got a ghost head. Cool. Yeah, I've been expanding the roof just to burn time whilst I've been building this. Now, as you can see, you might be asking, what the fuck is this? This is a 32 long smelter. Now, you might be asking, Zach, why did you build this now? I don't have a reason. Because I wanted to. Or actually, no, rather, there is a reason. The reason is that I've been wanting to have an excuse to get rid of all of the lava that's here. And, well, naturally, what's the best thing that you can use lava for? Well, smelting, clearly. So, we have a massive smelting system that is operated on lava. But there's one main issue, and it's that this minecart tends to fill up and can't empty it out properly. There's about 5 hoppers down there, which collect about 5 items. So in other words, that system is pretty garbage, all things considered. I've been considering getting an unloading system, and that might be just what I do. But essentially, the long and short of what I do is I'll come through here, I go, you know what, this lava is what I'm trying to get rid of today. Let's come in here, and we just right-click a bunch, see if we can collect. We got 1 source block. Now, I do believe this goes to probably a big pool up above that we're trying to find. Oh, there's one. Okay, so we got another source block. Very nice. And we're essentially trying to whittle that source down. So, now I did mess up and I accidentally put the wrong stuff into the wrong places. The buckets of lava go in that left side, and fuel stuff you want to smoke goes in the right. The long and short of this big monstrosity is essentially it's just 2 systems that... Oh, okay, hello. Okay, off it goes. Well, regardless, it's empty. So that would be the one that has the lava. This one fills up, so either when there is something that passes through the... Okay, well, I suppose that's a better way to show it, but it's empty anyways. If the minecart chest fills up, it detects it because of the hitboxing and stuff. and it'll let it go through. Or if everything is passed through that hopper, then and the hopper's now empty, then it will pass it through. So if there's only 2 things in the chest, they go through into the chest like what we did there. Put 2 in there, it travels through into this, it goes, there's nothing left in the hopper, it sends it off. Or if the hopper gets full, if we were to put 27 buckets of lava in here, then it would go, okay, cool, I'm full, and it gets sent off. Same thing here, it's basically 2 mirrored systems, one of which runs along up over the top, which is where your items get placed in. I don't know why there's a hopper there. What's this? Okay, interesting, actually. Now, I apparently am a bit of a fool because it can't, apparently I've missed the fact that there was just 2 hoppers chilling there, which would have been nice. I always do like having hoppers, frankly. I literally burnt through my entire collection of iron in order to do this, like to set up the system, because it's essentially 32. Yeah, I don't know what's with the unevenness at the moment, but yeah, 32 total furnaces. On each of them, there's 2 hoppers at least, and yeah, it's hey, wait, off you go. God damn it! This is an issue I've had to deal with occasionally because I'm a fool. Now I'm just going to quickly check if I put something in like this. Okay, that still goes. That's actually quite good. So I've dealt with the issue where I'm not particularly too certain or too sure of how to make it so these hoppers still transfer items, but they... How do I put it? The hoppers still transfer items, but they... What's the words? The hoppers are still transferring items, but the minecart is turned on, is my main issue. So what we can do here is we'll come down here, we turn this on, we go hopper minecart, feed that into here, give it a little bit of a push, break these up. Okay, I've made a mess of this. Oh no, everything's going badly. Okay. What we can actually do, give me that, put this back onto this hopper, and then we push it back. Go please. God damn it. I'm not really too certain. Yo, Mastermind, how's it going? What's been happening? Just going through all of the different stuff that I've done on the server. It's a lot of things. But yeah, how's it been? What's been happening? How's it hanging? Come on. Right click. Yep, there we go. Alright. I should actually probably check Discord because I sent a message, but I haven't actually checked. Okay, now we're good. Alright. Boop. Let's break these 2 real quick and fill these in. Boop and pop. Except we don't want to fill actually that one in. We want to make sure it's all good. Check the chest. Oh, there's our lever. I was like, where's that gone? I'm not too sure. Don't mind me though. I'm just being dumb occasionally. It's fine. We're all used to it, I'm sure. Take that. Okay. Oh geez. Alright. You. Okay. Looks like we're breaking this one. Fantastic. Okay. Now the plan is we push that. We gotta break this. Okay, one in there, one in there. Boop. Damn it. Not bad. Went to Sydney yesterday, but not much else. You saw the message, but didn't respond because I'm streaming and don't want to accidentally leak anything. Yeah, that's all good. So I've learnt from my mistake, and I don't do display capture unless I don't have any other option. And so, for example, like I can click up Discord now, and it's not going to show on stream or anything. So feel free to do really anything you want there. The other thing I wanted to ask is, how do you want to operate with the in regards to the what's it called? The red and yellow light stuff. Is that something that we should all is that going to be compiled into a list of the things that we don't want to talk about, or is that more just for you to look at because I'm cool either way. I just figured it was probably one of those things that it would probably be a wise idea for us all to be on the same page about for the most part. We talk about it off stream, so and that's a no go from everyone. Yeah, yeah, that's fair. Well, yeah, because that's what I'm saying, right? Is like, yeah, so we're all aware of what the stuff, like, we're all aware and in agreement of that sort of stuff. Okay, that actually might be our way of doing that. Let's go boop and bop. Okay, and now we break that. Hopper there. Where's our other hopper? Here. Damn it, okay. Ah, I'm a fool. That's what you do with private games with new people anyways. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, because I figured it was a new sort of thing that you've implemented because I don't recall seeing it come into effect before, but I think it's still a good idea anyways. Okay, I think we finally fixed the issue that I've been sitting here trying to like fix for the last like 5 minutes. Oh, jeez. Oh, that concerned me for a moment. If I'd flipped that off and stopped the thing, I would have just been like, bro. But fair. I was talking to Matt because I was hanging out with him earlier. We went up to the shops, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe because I still am not fully set on a character yet. So I'm like, oh, maybe I should just migrate a character from a different campaign I'm playing into that one that I'm like already confident with, and that might be an option. I'm thinking. You've only played in games with people at least one of us already knew. True, true. Yeah. Granted, yeah. Usually, that's fair. Either way, I do believe it to be a good system, at least even just from the glance that I've, or like, not even, or from the like, the surface thought of like, oh yeah, that's a pretty good idea. I'm all down with it. You've done any Reddit and online games similar? Fair, that makes sense. That's fair. Um, yeah, I don't blame you. That sounds pretty fresh. Okay. Also, actually, let us. I'm gonna come and mine a stack of netherrack that I can, or maybe even more than a stack of netherrack that I can use for stuff like building. Since we're going to the end, that feels like a wise idea. But yeah, I mean, yeah, all things considered, it's probably a very good idea. But yeah, and so that's the whole thing. Do you have any issues with the background of Sailor for this campaign? Like, if we're in a desert, it doesn't really make sense for my character to have a sailing background, but because he's a very aeronautic, not aeronautical, aquanautical. I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. He's a very water-based character, despite the fact he's a fire mage or a fire sorcerer rather. But yeah, because that's at least the one I'm thinking of. If that's not fitting for the situation, your pirates campaign, everyone has a sailor type background. Fair. So that, I mean, that immediately says to me that you might want something different. Okay, it's one of your favorites. Okay, in that case, I'm cool with that. If you're cool with that, because yeah, the whole thing with that character at the moment in the campaign that he's currently in, which is the one where Chris has been pushing to play it, but everyone else is sort of like, not fully set on it. Actually, we're not going here. We need to go this way. Yeah, but the whole thing is that mine and his characters. So mine's of course the sailor. He's supposed to be a merchant, but I have like more. I have more like charisma and everything than he has. Airships are a thing. Yeah, I mean, he's a fire mage with like because I say fire mage. He's a sorcerer specifically. He's a dragonborn draconic sorcerer because of course like that's my like bread and butter. Um, so I mean, create bonfire, all that sort of stuff is useful, especially since they're magical fires, and also if we are in like something like a hot air balloon. I mean, if you want to do like if you are up for stuff like that, I'm entirely down to do that sort of situation because that sounds pretty fresh to me in terms of that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's really your call. If you want to have us dealing with airships often enough that it makes sense to be considered an airship sailor, I'm always down with that. But yeah, so at that, if I was to go with that character, that means it would have a sorcerer, a rogue, and a bard, which, all things considered, is a pretty solid lineup to my knowledge. But I mean, I suppose we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm cool with the gear I have at the moment. Bone can go in there, gunpowder go in there. The water's probably going to come in handy, so let's jump in. I need to get an ender pearl off the bat, actually. Come on up here. Or down here, I guess. There we go. Give me those pearls. Very nice. But yeah, because I don't know, at the current moment, I've been sort of half-half on, like, I don't know really what sort of background to choose. Like, I could always go something basic, like, clan crafter is pretty basic. Hermit. I don't know. The thing is, Hermit, when I first started playing D&D, was one of those sort of um, it was one of those sort of backgrounds where it's like, ooh, mysterious and cool and fancy, but like no one really actually implements the whole hermit. Like, oh, you have a shard of knowledge that like you've got a shard of knowledge that no one else knows, because like that requires having foresight into like a lot of, or into some degree of the D&D campaign, which often isn't prepared ahead of time for the most part. So yeah, those sort of ones I'm like, yeah, I'm not too worried about. Okay, cool. So is this overland? No, it is not. I don't like that. Hermit is blank slate for intelligence wisdom types. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Is like, because it gives like plenty of room for maneuverability, which is always good, but at the same time, like it needs to also be prepared and done right, in my opinion, for it to be really enjoyable. So I suppose you could theoretically say the same about most classes or most backgrounds. But yeah, Hermit's usually one of those ones where like I find it useful for like, because there's not really an outcast type to my, or an outcast background to my knowledge, or at least not one that I can think of off the top of my head. So usually I go with Hermit for an outcast like barbarian or whatever. But yeah, I guess that is whatever it is. Good for new players, but otherwise it rarely comes up in the game. Outlander. True, that works too. Far Travel is also a good one. Realistically, it's like, keep in mind. Well, I suppose I say keep in mind, but I know you are aware of it probably way more than most people. But like backgrounds don't, in like, they are like the stepping stone that you start with, right? Like for people who haven't really played, your background is essentially the overall category of what sort of background you have. I say that as if there's anyone else watching, but you get what I mean. Um, like, generally, there's a lot more that goes into the background than just, oh yeah, it's an outland or whatever. It's the overall subcategory. Plus, if you trust the player, you let them make their own. Yeah, that's fair. Like, and the thing is, like, I've made a few backgrounds in the past to specifically spec what I want to have, but at the same time, like, I just find myself being lazy and being like, ah, no, I'm fine with just the stuff that's already there. Like, realistically, it doesn't bother me if the specific build that I want isn't there, because, well, I don't really care that much about it. Like, realistically, if I want to have a certain proficiency or something, usually I find a way to get it regardless of, like, how, like, it's, well, I can build into it specifically, but it's also having that knowledge of how many or what expectations to have with a character. Like if I'm building a barbarian, I know not to make him or I mean, I suppose that depending, if I'm making a barbarian who's a woodcutter, for example, I'm not going to give him proficiencies in Arcana, because why? You give him proficiency in nature, survival, perception, insight. That's usually like my go-to sort of set of things. For a second there, I thought I was actually falling, and I was like, "You're kidding me." Background is pretty much 3 proficiencies plus a minor RP trait. Yeah, exactly. And like, sure, it's good, but like anyone who's competent at the game can make their own stuff for the most part, or like doesn't even need the background. It's just extra proficiencies for whatever they want. Like at the point that we're currently at, there's that many different there's that many different sort of backgrounds that it doesn't really make a difference one way or the other. There's a flower. We'll grab a couple of flowers. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Couple of flowers, not bad. Plus some chorus. I suppose here's where I up my render distance to like 18, 20 chunks. So I can actually see from a bit of a distance. 20. Come on, 20. There we go. Do I see anything with my elven eyes? But yeah, and like to be honest, like at the moment, I've been just really enjoying playing Dragonborns. So, you know, my current one, I have 2 current Dragonborns that I'm playing. One of them is Furore, which is in the campaign that we're playing tomorrow, and one of them is the other one I'd be using in if I was to bring it over into the campaign, which I believe his name was Diorga, Diaorga, or Dio, I don't remember. Um, Regardless, but I do like the at this point you're compiling all the stuff you've made and you're up to 6 pages of various homebrew. That's pretty fresh. Voidwalker. Explore every end biome. How many end biomes are there? Might release a DM's guide supplement. I mean, hey, if you're up for that, it sounds pretty fresh. All 3. Fair. Or DM's guild rather. Oh, hey, there's a thing. Oh right, all 3 biomes, yeah, probably. Um yeah, I don't know, I guess it's just there. But yeah, that's fair. Yeah, the other thing I was going to say is with that other character I've got, his whole sort of thing is he's very overly obsessed with making bets and such. So you know he'll make a bet like, oh yeah, I bet I can flip my coin into that cup that's over there. Like I'll bet I'll do this. I bet you I can do that. If people make bets with him, he's like, oh, there we go, sort of thing. But yeah, I mean it's a thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really too stressed too much about it. I generally like I try and emphasize a very specific trait in each of the characters that I play. So, for example, Furore is sort of just like the how do I put it? Furore at the moment is sort of just like being overly cleanly, and that sort of comes into a lot of fun bits and pieces. For him at the moment, it's being like very obsessed with or he gets overly obsessive over like bets and such, which I think is an interesting little thing there. So he's if someone bets him to do something, he's going to be like, okay, well, I have to do this. Don't really have a background necessarily because I don't really know the world we're playing in the other campaign, nor in this one. So I've held off on the backgrounds for now. But yeah, I can always probably come up with a background pretty quick. Okay, shulker boxes, please. I do love me a shulker box. Of course, this isn't a big enough one. Oh, that's right, we have our shield, don't we? Joke's on... Oh, what? No, it still levitates me. Hey, what's this? Block a shulker bullet with my shield. Go into a city. Okay. Damn it, so shield doesn't actually stop you from... Damn it. This is irritating. The bricks to the blue. Oh, hang on. Your background looks like I'm standing at the top of a medieval tower with a clear sky behind. Fair, fair. I mean, I'm down. That sounds pretty dope. I mean, it's much more dope than that's my window behind me. But fair. No, to be fair, where'd it go? Oh, here he is. Wait. You know, I used to have my blind go all the way down below me, but thing is, when I do that, it makes these very small holes in my blinds, and that tends to not be very good because you know I'd rather not damage my blinds if possible. But yeah, that's the whole thing at least. But yes, you know, I've got a green screen that should turn up soon. Hopefully, I ordered it a little while ago during one of the Phasmo episodes. I ordered a couple of things actually that I'm still waiting for. I guess it's just that Christmas period rush. Oh boy. Hey, someone want to hit me? There we go. Thank you. There we go. Break that. Wait, come here. I need your shells. Oh hey, it's one of these rooms. Topaz gems. Oh, we got mending pants. That's good. Efficiency 3. Okay. What's that? Oh yeah, no, that's right. That's one of those like that's one of the sounds that is just in the end for some reason. That like weird audio skippy sort of sound. There we go. Boop boop. Block these. Come on, you get over here. And by get over here, I mean I'm coming for you. Wait, don't be teleporting on me. Jeez. Come on. I don't actually have much good aerial protection, so I should probably be careful on that. Um, there we go. Oh, I can't block full damage, go figure. Rip. Get over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Nice, I think we got all of them. Might as well grab all of the rods while I'm here. Oop, bop. Come on. There we go. But yeah, either way, I'm pretty keen. I was talking actually to Matt earlier about because we've in the campaign I'm currently playing, we just got to the guild section, where of course you start doing all of the like random missions just to fill in whatever time we have in the game, where the DM can't think of anything. But I kind of was sitting there speculating, and I'm like, oh yeah, actually, kind of. I would go so far as to say that that a guild is an extremely useful tool for a DM, but often it doesn't. A guild itself isn't the main story. It's probably much more accurate to say that a guild is a stepping stone to get to a main story. You know, the guild offers you a mission. That mission then brings you to this certain location. You find out in that location, oh man, here's big evil guy. We should probably follow through on that. And it's a whole thing. But then we were talking, and we kind of came to that realization of like, hang on a second. Well, in that current campaign, we could theoretically have, a bounty put on us, and then Matt was saying, oh yeah, well, if we got a bounty put on us through the guild, then that means that theoretically, we could start trying to take down the guild for the fact that they didn't attempt to protect us. So, kind of had that thought of like, what if we took down the guild? That would be pretty wacky. Damn it! Here's another small island. Well, not island, small city, I guess, town, whatever. More shulker boxes, I guess, at least. We've got 8 shulker box or shulker shells at the moment. Oh boy. Time to pillar across. 3, 4, 5. I've got my hand like real hard pressed on my shift button to make sure I don't accidentally fall off. But yeah, that's the whole thing. In other news, actually, I suppose the other question worth asking is, do we have? I'm guessing we have at least the current situation or the current list of like the red and yellow sort of light stuff at the moment. I presume they're all sort of pretty stereotypical standard stuff that people don't like talking about. Okay, I don't know how he took damage, but sure. Come on, drop me, come on. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've got water, don't I? I could just break the whole levitation thing by the fact I have water. Oop, up we go. Damn it. Try not to fall. Okay, that's fine with me. Oh, it's only a small tower. Okay. Cool. Another shulker shell. And we shifted just in time to bring us up here. No loot here, though. I thought it was one of the bigger ones, but I guess not. Bummer. Cool. Now, the thing is, I didn't mark where the portal was. And I did do that on purpose, naturally. Because, well, we can just find our own way out of here. The only issue... I didn't bring any extra pearls. Guess I'll just snap my kneecaps. Sure, that works too. Bro, you need to chill. Down. There we go. Got a couple of pearls out of that. That's always good. Someone didn't answer it properly, but pretty much so far the actual answers say the same as me. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I find, or rather, I had both Max and Coriolanus be like, "Hey, what does it mean by the red light, yellow light thing?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's." At that point, we'd already had the discussion about it, so I was like, "Oh, you know, red light's stuff to just fully avoid. Yellow light is like, have it mentioned. Like, it's cool to have it mentioned, but like, don't go in detail, essentially." And they were like, "Okay, fair." But that makes sense. Granted, I also gave my suggestions on like stuff I personally would avoid, so they probably were like, "Oh yeah, no, we kind of just agree with what Zach said for the most part," and I'm like, "Okay, that's all good with me." But yeah, so that's a whole thing. In other news, well, I suppose the other thing is I can contact Chris if you want. He's been giving off those vibes that he's like really, really wanting to play D&D at the moment. Like being like he is like on top of the chat at the moment, being like, "So, are we playing today?" And then everyone's like, "Nah, nah, not today." And he's like, "Oh, okay, I see," sort of thing. So I'm cool to have Chris invited if you want. But I'll hold off until you give the all clear on stuff like that, because at the end of the day, well, you're the DM, so we only really want to have people invited. If he doesn't mind being on stream, then okay, sounds good. Let me actually quickly message him. Chris, do you want to play D&D on stream with myself? So that's DM and a couple of stream people, like once a week, probably Mondays. Yeah, I'm cool with having it be on Reddit. Though I would suggest I can also hit up Matt if we're running low on people. He should be free at 3 p.m. each, or 3 p.m. roughly on whatever day. It's up to you though. I don't mind either way. Okay, we should probably head this way, because that way seems to be a bit of a dead end. But yeah, I'm cool with all that sort of stuff. But it might also be wise to just be very careful, because if we're posting it to just random people, like they have no, what's the word? They have no stake in how well the stream goes and such. At least with Matt and Chris, off the top of the head, and maybe Xander. They at least, if they do something that would make the stream go badly, I can be like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?" Yeah, that's fair. Because yeah, I'm cool. Actually, Chris actually has a computer now, so he would actually be probably cool to stream himself. If not that, then at least join in through like Discord or something. But yeah, I'll ask Chris at the moment. Roughly, how many people do we want to have? Because at the moment we have 3. Four's probably a solid number if Chris agrees. 4 to 5, yeah, okay, that's fair. So theoretically, if you're up for it, Chris and Matt would probably be down. I'll hold off on inviting Xander just in case. Yo, Coriolanus, speaking of, how's it going? We're talking about D&D campaign stuff. What's been happening? Yeah, so I'll hold off on inviting Xander until I get an answer from Chris and possibly Matt, depending on roughly what they're thinking. Because, we don't want it to be a thing of like, oh yeah, I'll invite Xander. Okay, Xander says yes, after I've already invited also Chris and also Matt, and then they're both like, yeah, I'm down to play. And I'll be like, that brings us to 6 people, which is more than the number that we want. You barely woke up for work, dead in bed, and seen me streaming. Fair, fair. It's convenient as well because I ended up going out and doing some shopping with Matt earlier, and that kind of cut the original stream we were doing short. So now we're playing Minecraft. But fair, it's good stuff indeed. We're just talking about essentially getting the right people in for, or who do we want to get in for the campaign? Because yeah, we've got at the moment 3. We want to get probably around 4 or 5, which is basically what we've been saying in chat for the last little while. That's a little island. Okay. Maybe I should do island hopping. I go from island to island to get across to that bigger island. That could work. As long as I have enough resources, which I should. You replied on Discord. Okay, hold on. Let me quickly pause and check. Well, yeah. I presume. Not a goblin at this point. Playing a tabaxi, but yeah. That's a bit irritating. I mean, they said that they should still be good. I think the main days I said I was able to play was the weekend. But if it's over holidays specifically, I think they said that they would be chill for other days. But yeah, I'll have to talk to them and be like, hey, so what's up with that? Because yeah, we want it to. I'm still very keen to do it on Mondays. But at the end of the day, it's really whatever days are available for everyone. Because yeah, at the end of the day, I'm basically free whenever. So yeah, I'm free whenever except for like the days that I'm doing other campaigns, of course. Which at this point is mainly Saturday, but it changes, so it's also not that big of a deal. Oh, that's some weird buzzy sound. I think that's from the end. The end's got some wacky music. I'm guessing they're supposed to be trying to go for some sort of alien sort of vibes. I think Mondays are a go at the moment. Sounds good to me. I am cool with that. Iron sword with mending. The pants are good with mending. Works for most people. Yeah, I will talk to Max and be like, hey, so timing and such, and like making sure we actually have a day to play. Because if Max isn't available on the like one day that we can do it, then it's gonna be a bit of a bummer. But I'll just shoot him a message later on and see what's happening. GB time zone might have some weird times. Yeah, fair. I don't necessarily know what GB time is, but I presume it's just another time zone. Like presumably Britain time or something. Or UK, England time. Great Britain. Okay, fair. Makes sense. But yeah, it's fair. At the end of the day, realistically, yeah, whichever day or whichever time hopefully works should be good. Though at the same time, I presume. Well, I'm going to take a guess and say you're probably not keen to play at like obscene times in the morning or something. But we'll have to just sort it out. Find a time zone that works for everyone, preferably. That doesn't interrupt, people going to work and such. Because at the same time, I know there's a few people who have expressed that they're interested in D&D. But yeah, it's just about making sure that everyone is able to play when it would be useful or good to play. But I suppose we'll see how it goes anyways. Just gotta make sure I don't accidentally let go of shift. So of course, I'm like sitting here, I'm like just focusing on my hand to make sure it doesn't move. I feel my hand shaking, like or shaking above the buttons, I guess. Currently, the girl who covers your shift on a Saturday has quit, so the only day you have off is Sunday. But hopefully, with the new year, you'll be back to 5 days a week, and you'll try and request to have it the day off on the day we play. Technically, depending on what time of day we play on Monday, keep in mind Australia does tend to be a day forward of most time zones. So your Sunday would be our Monday. Like, for example, it's Tuesday now for us, I'm pretty sure. Wait, hang on, is it? It is Tuesday, okay, yes. So that's the thing. Also, give me a moment. But yeah, so I'm guessing you just started your Tuesday, given you're saying that you were in bed. So, if we play earlier on the day, Monday morning for us is Sunday evening in Great Britain. Yeah, so roughly, well, hopefully we can theoretically get the time zones working kind of well. I'm hoping at least. Please grab this. Yep, okay, I got my ender chest. But I suppose we'll see. Either way, Sundays at the moment should hopefully work. I'm cool to get up early on a Monday morning. Um, I don't know about you guys, but like I can get up really early whenever I want. It's just more of like at the moment. Okay, fair. So yeah, it depends on what time of morning you would want to play. If we played at like 9 a.m., for example, that would probably be what 10 p.m. for everyone. You get up at fives on Mondays. That's fair. Yeah, I have the ability to get up early. I just generally don't because I'm like, I don't. If I don't need to, I don't see a reason to. But given that everyone in my family wakes up pretty early, like dad's up at 4, mum's up at 6 or 7, Katrina and Alex are up at 7 and 8, so I can get up pretty early relatively. It just depends on who I ask to wake me up. I deleted all of my alarms, so I used to have an issue, like it would only be occasionally where my alarm is like some weird like tune where it's like do 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 do, and it's like very quiet. But now it's proceeded to be on all of my alarms, so I'm sitting there just like, what? So I actually have to get people to wake me up because I used to have the intro to a Disturbed song. I was actually listening to it the other morning where I woke up to it and I just was in like one of those sort of good moods, so I just vibed there for a bit, just listened to the song, and I'm like, this is a good song. I like have that mental part of my brain that's like, fuck this song, I hate it, but that's what happens when you set it as an alarm, so naturally I'm fine with that. But yeah, it's something interesting that I'm like, I'm sitting here just vibing, and I'm like, yes, yes, good song. Let's go around this way because they both seem to match up. The iPhone sleep tracker alarm, yeah, it might be that one, but for some reason it's like spread to some of my other alarms. It's your alarm as well. Okay, that's fair. Like I set an alarm for like 9 a.m. or whatever this morning because I wanted to just be up and doing things, and it was very not alarming, I would say. But yeah, the sleep track one, I'm just like, bro, why? I get it's supposed to be it's only a suggestion, but like if I'm setting an alarm to wake up, I kind of want the alarm to wake me up, like actually wake me up. If you can ensure you have the Mondays off, we can play any day, Sunday or Monday, because you won't need to have an early sleep if you're off. True, true. That makes sense as well. So yeah, either way, I think yeah, Corollas, I think yeah, you're all good roughly for that time zone. Gonna have to talk to Max because they've answered that they wouldn't be available to do it on Monday, but I'll be like, hey, but they have said to me in person, they're like, oh yeah, I should be able to do Mondays if it's on holiday time, and I'm like, yeah, it should be holiday time. I imagine, I hope, but I suppose we'll see. Just drop them a message and be like, hey, so what's been happening? And by that I mean I'll probably hang out with them. I don't know, someday soon. We were hanging out on Friday, but they got food poisoning from some food we got, so that didn't go too well. So I'll let them chill out for a little bit and then be like, hey, what's happening? D&D time, or rather time to talk about D&D. But yeah, either way, even if certain people aren't able to make it, we can always just do the whole thing of like just going and getting Matt and Chris and such to play. Also, drop just a response there because problem is when we continue even after holidays. Yeah, and so that's the thing, right? Is like inherently, I do believe there is going to be some degree of oh yeah, that's right. I also just saw Corellas's message, but yeah, that's fair. Um, but yeah, so yeah, if we continue this past the holidays, that is true. It is probably going to be a bit of an issue because if we're playing, even if we assume we're playing weekly, we've only got like what 4, maybe 6 weeks before we're back off of holidays. So yeah, we should probably figure something out. But at the same time, I presume it's going to be one of those things of like drop in, drop out sort of style, at least roughly, depending on who's available. If people aren't able to make it, then yeah. But that's, I suppose, the downside of playing with a smaller amount of people as well. I don't know, I suppose we'll see what happens. Oh, there's another tower. Looks like I'm heading to that tower. It appears to be another small one. Great, fantastic, excellent, brilliant. Yeah. Fair, fair. Because yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Corellas is at the moment. Were you doing? Did you decide on whether you wanted to do the rogue or did not rogue? Sorry, the bard, or did you want to do the other one? Because I remember you were talking about you had one planned already, but then also there was the dwarf that you were looking at. I think it was, or a halfling. There's one of the two. At the end of the day, it's really whatever works for the most part. Now, got to try and make sure we can get over here without dying, preferably. I don't think my spin around Ender Pearl skills are competent enough to save me from death in this situation. On the contrary, it would probably actually make my situation a tad worse. I guess I'll just Ender Pearl over here. Oh, that could have been not good if I fell down into that hole. Yikes. What's with all of these very small end island or end cities? I literally just need one Elytra and then I can like do much better in terms of Elytraing. No Ender Pearl. Oh no, we got a couple actually. Never mind, we're good. But yes, he only made the bard. I need to jot down a backstory, but it could also make the dwarf halfling in case it's better fitting too. Fair. I think the main thing that probably is worth running through is just the stats. Yuri, what's happening? You've been playing Persona for 10 hours. Bloody hell. You've been on a bit of a binge, it seems. But yes, what's happening? We're talking D&D. So I know you might not be too particularly interested in that, but fair. Just gotta wait for that levitation to wear off. Yeah. Come on, drop. There we go. Excellent. But yes, I mean, because I don't actually remember what the dwarf's class was. You keep wanting to go and stop, but it just sucks your life away. Fair. I mean, you just gotta take that. You just gotta try and like, you know, tell Persona, hey, no, time to sleep. I know I like sleep, but fair. Barbarian, fair, fair. I mean, that's also potentially good as well. But I would suggest looking into the subclasses of Barbarian, just know what you want to go with. Because there is quite a few subclasses which change the class kind of drastically. Like, I'm currently playing a Barbarian, and instead of it being like the brutal, like, I'm going to attack everything, it's like, I'm going to protect my friends sort of build. Bane, Gold, boop, boop, bop. Depth Strider, nice. Good to have on shoes. Okay, let's try and... I mean, it's still going to be there when you get back from sleeping and existing, generally. Oh, hey, if I block it properly, I can just stop that levitation. Interesting. Good to know. Good to know. Shulker sounds are the best, also. Hang on, give me a moment. Hey, still got the confidence to do and shit. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, isn't it better to draw it out? It's much better to have a longer lasting game that you play over the span of like a month than to finish it in like 20 minutes. I mean, I suppose, yeah. There we go. I didn't hit it with looting though, which is a bit of a bummer. Okay, damn it. Well, we got levitation, I guess. I hear one more. What you say to me? You know, I love those shulker sounds. They're the best. But fair. Is there one on the outside of the tower? Because it definitely sounds like it. I'm just trying to also grab all of these things. I mean, hey, I suppose it's whatever works. Generally, I would look it up on Google, but hey, whatever works. That's tad concerning, though. Not gonna lie. Please don't fall off the edge. Okay, we're good. Right. You were thinking of changing the bard to more of a chaotic good, when she's very friendly and loves to be around and meet new people, but it's mischievous and has a tendency to pickpocket and addiction to gambling. Fair, fair. The main thing I was giving it some thought, right? Because having like certain traits where you do steal stuff is they're like good to have, but the key is you got to try and avoid slowing down the campaign. Like they can be fun if done right. Essentially, is the best way to put it. I think. Like I'm sure that both. I mean, yeah, fair. I think both Mastermind and I have had experience with characters who are very set on pickpocketing and stuff like that, and they've gone both good and bad depending on who exactly plays them. Yep, there we go. You'll take care of when you want to try and keep in mind of everyone else. Yeah, like the main. Well, I mean, all things considered, and I think this is something that Mastermind can definitely agree with. Is the main thing I dislike is when it's against the party. If it's against anyone else and it's like good and fine, I'm cool with it. Like I don't really mind. Just pickpocketing the party is always it's always one of those things where I'm like, can't particularly say I agree with that, but hey, whatever works, I guess. Let me also click back over here so I can actually see my reflection, or see my my playback, rather. Okay, well, we got some end things. Where do we want to put the end stuff? I guess end stuff can go up here, sure. Chorus fruit can go up here. Oh boy. Well, I guess we just throw all of that in there. Got 3 unbreaking. I guess actually I could probably combine. Where's those pants I found? Were those in here? Indeed they were. Okay. Give me a moment. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, fair enough. I mean, that's definitely a convenience, I suppose. You went to the party, it kind of ruins the mood for everyone and then leads to distrust as a character. Yeah, generally I can agree with that. I remember there was one point, actually, where, to be fair, I was probably... The way I handled it was probably wrong, but there was one point I remember that 2 of the characters tried to pickpocket my character in Watson's campaign. And granted, of course, yeah, the way I handled it probably could have been improved. And I'm going to blame that one on me just not knowing what to do in that situation. But yeah, it was a bit of a yikes. But yeah, that was the whole thing that happened a while ago. Granted, of course, yeah, I could probably... nowadays, I'd like to think I could probably handle it a bit better, but yeah. I think even just saying that, I'm pretty sure Mastermind knows which thing I'm talking about. I mean, bold of you to presume that playing Persona makes you a jock, given that you're playing a game about being in school still. But, I mean, hey, whatever works, I guess. Nah, I'm over here playing Minecraft. That's like the toppest tier of jock power. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, Flint, yeah, nah, miss me. We need to get a trade for feathers. Wait, move out of the way. Damn it, get out of the way. There we go. Sticks for emeralds. Flint, not bad. I mean, debatable. Generally, on the contrary, a few of the people I would consider jocks would actually say quite the opposite, where the fact that, what the fuck, you can just, what? Why? Why are you allowed to do that? No, that's forbidden. Yeah. On the contrary, I would think the jocks, or the few people who I would consider to be jocks. Yeah, that was a creeper up there. God damn it. I see you there. Also, geez, what is this fucking frame rate here? Damn. Oh, yeah, it's because I'm on 20. I'm on 20 render distance. Yikes. Okay. Well, bear with that for. Actually, I could probably just turn it down. I'll turn it back up when we get back in there. There we go. That should. Yeah, that's a bit smoother. Very nice. Had me concerned there for a moment. But, yeah, no, most jocks that I know would probably rather just seeing titty physics IRL. So I guess that is what it is. I mean, it can run Minecraft, but also keep in mind it's also streaming at the same time, plus also having like all of the other stuff open in the background. The cock holder. I shouldn't name it that. That's probably not too appropriate for PG-13 or 13 plus or whatever. Um, What should I name my pants? I mean, depends on how big they are. Um, hmm. What should we name the pants? The pantsicles. Oh no, my anvil broke. Oh no, there's a floating book. Damn it. Bone zone. Could do, but it is what it is. The pantsicles is something I'm fine with anyways. Having mending on our pants is going to be useful. Because that's like 7 diamonds to repair. So it should be pretty fine. Also, we're doing kind of decent with diamonds at the moment, which I'm happy about. It just occurred to me, though, that the amount of iron we have is not the best. It's only 36. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. No, not 36. It'd be 27 plus 4. 31 to make a new anvil. 1, 2, 3. Boop, plus that. There we go. I figured that was going to happen sooner or later. I should probably also grab the book of statues. Boop. Then item frame on top. And then book in here. Then we come over here to this. Item frames, invisible. There we go. And I might as well fix the other ones while I'm out here. It took you 26 hours to figure out you were playing Persona wrong. Fair, fair. I mean, it took me about 300 hours to figure out I was playing Darkest Dungeon wrong. The key is to not have your characters die. Bada bing. There we go. Okay. Food goes in here. Chalk shells. Grab these. Bada bing. We've got 6 shulker boxes. Alright. What the fuck am I going to do with 6 shulker boxes? Guess throw them in here. All your confidants were like 3 stars or less. I'm going to guess that's out of 5, presumably. Right, okay. What dyes do we have? We go blue for tools. We go light blue for valuables. Boop. White dye. Light blue dye. Very nice. Oh, you didn't even start your confident for Yusuke. It's out of like 15. Ah, fair enough. So that's probably not the best. Tools. Okay, so we want to put all of our tools in here. Boop, 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 boop. Nice. Don't know why I mind that with my Silk Touch pickaxe, but that's fine. Yusuke. I mean, hey, whatever works. I don't watch enough anime to be able to tell how to pronounce a lot of Japanese names. It's fine. I have a lot of pieces in my inventory. Okay. Okay, let's go with dyeing this one blue. Then that could be our valuables chest, which means that we can theoretically actually get rid of like most of this here. Boop, 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 bam. Nether right in there. It's whatever. I don't really care too much about being able to pronounce, a bunch of names. It's not really the top of my important things to be able to do. Yeah, there we go. Find the imposter. That'll work. Let's open this and take a few minutes to just wait for it to load. There we go. This can go in here. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And before I start pronouncing Coriolanus wrong. Now, I like to believe I can pronounce a few names, or at least all of the names of the people who come out. Or if not, then I try and make it so I pronounce them so wrong it's funny and it's fine. I thought Ryuji was the only one that mattered, but fair. Oh yeah, actually I can just bada bang, that works. Regardless, renaming stuff in my renaming stuff in the ender chest. Oh. Fuck off, phantoms, really? I swear. Like, things I don't want to turn off the phantoms, but at the same time, I kind of do. Fair enough. I mean, probably not the best thing to be saying while playing Minecraft, which is a game that has an audience of majorly younger individuals, but hey, whatever works. Alright. Alright, Dunker. Okay. Alrighty, well, either way, thanks for coming out, Coriolanus. I'll catch you whenever I catch you next. Yeah. We'll probably, yeah, I presume, I presume, Mastermind, you're cool if Coriolanus just throws the stuff into the D&D section of or the character into the D&D section of the Discord. I think we made there's the chat there. But, alright, good stuff indeed. Yeah, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. But, yeah, so, because either way, you'll sort it out when you finish work and post in. Sounds good. Yeah, I figured it was probably just a wise idea to clarify that is a good place for it. Boop, 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 boop. I'll just take a bit of wood. Sure. Fair enough. I'll take your word for it, Yuri. I mean, to be fair, the JoJo stance is that iconic at this point that I'd be surprised if it didn't have plenty of things referencing it. But oh well. To be fair, I haven't actually watched JoJo's that much. I've only seen the first two parts. And once they got to the third part, I was like, oh, I'm not interested in really the rest of this. Like, I don't know. Just wasn't really what I was looking for in the show. It's so iconic I don't even know his line. Fair. Oh well. Anyways, So we need to get back out to the end, preferably. That was truly cringeworthy. Ah, this sounds like a character that I relate to on a spiritual level. Oh, we got Piglin Head. Fantastic. That's something that I'm going to not care about. Okay. Nope, we need to go into this one. Yep, there we go. Okay, I'm just going to mash my way through over here because that's how it's be. Get that double tap technique. Only thing is, it means that my hand isn't on the mouse, so if anything happens, well, you can see what happens if you look back there at my latest death. But it is what it is. Fair enough. Okay, whatever works, I guess. I mean, I can't say I particularly see many video game characters and think I would want to get with them, but I mean, hey, whatever works, I guess. Look at these two standing on top of each other. Bruh. What are you doing? I want to get myself a Strider. We actually have a bunch of saddles, so we could actually probably do that now that I think about it. On the contrary, Minecraft Steve be much thicker than Minecraft Alex. Got that extra pixel worth of thickness in the arm. Nah, oh well, it is what it is. No, but there's been a pretty cool series that I've been watching relatively recently from Sparkles that's been pretty awesome. So something tells me, actually I don't know what did he stream today? I don't know. I haven't checked. I've been too busy actually streaming myself and doing stuff like that. I need an ender pearl. Oi, come here. Give me your asshole. There we go. Pearl has been obtained. Bada bing. Personally, I prefer diamond, but whatever works. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now, we are probably going to want to kill a couple of endermen to get some extra pearls. But yes, that's fine. Let's activate our render distance to be a bit further. Let's maybe crank it up to like 30-something chunks. 38. Let's hope that that doesn't completely kill my game. No, it still sort of works. Fair enough. I'll take your word for that, I guess. I can't particularly relate, but sure. I feel like such a plebeian building across holes and gaps. As soon as I get an elytra, I'm going to be using that shit real hard. Alright. Anyways, let's try and go south, I reckon. I think we tried to go north the first time, so south might hopefully get us a bit more luck. I think at least. I mean, I suppose we'll see soon enough. I didn't mean to click that. Fantastic. Chop it with our sword, because of course that's the best way to remove a plank. We have our ender chest and all of our gear. Good stuff. The last thing we want to do is leave our ender chest behind and not have access to like our shovel and stuff. Okay, I'm probably going to delete that message. Like, I think that's a bit far for our Minecraft playthrough. We've got to be keeping it relatively chill. Fair. Alright, Dunker Corollassus. Apparently we both double teamed that message delete. Fair. I mean, hey, whatever works, I guess. I at least from the app I've got here, I don't think I can solo delete messages, or like delete individual messages rather. But whatever works, I guess. Okay, we don't really have any good... I mean, I suppose there's a big island over there, or at least it looks kind of decently sized. Oh, jeez. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a pain. And it's, of course, a singular island. That's irritating. Okay, we do have a little bit of lag. Maybe I'll drop the render distance down just a tad. Maybe to like 30 or something. Isn't Morgana the cat? That might be a bit cringe for me at the moment, I would say. I want to say that's a bit of a yikes. Okay, there's a bit more lag. Yeah, I'm just going to say that's going to be a bit of a yikes from me. Generally, I'm much more preferable to, humans, I would say. But, I mean, hey, whatever gets you off, I guess, as long as it's legal. I don't know, I don't really know what you expect me to respond with to that, but sure. Actually, that's right, I can see my frames per second up in the top corner. That's at least convenient. 60 to 53. I don't really know what the 60 slash 55 is, but sure, I guess that's... Our current is 56, and the max is 60, I guess. She is from the Arthurian legend. Fair. I'm going to guess Arthurian is some kind of... I mean, that immediately makes me think of Greek, but I don't really know the Arthurian legends, so I couldn't tell you for a fact. But fair. Oh, right, okay, gotcha, right. Table of Arthur, yep, gotcha. Fair, fair. Sword in the Stone, yeah, gotcha, that makes sense. Oh, I'm not particularly too sure who it would be, but I'm just going to presume there is a key female character called Morgana. Fair. Sure. Oh, by the way, that does remind me, Mastermind. I did create the NSFW chat. Feel free to just mute it if you want. It's basically Yuri's corner for posting weird shit. Unfortunately, unfortunately for you, because you've got the administrator, privileges. I mean, yeah, but because you've got admin privileges, it means that you are forced to be able to see it. I can't remove, like, even if I specifically go and try and say, like, hey, you and Max, the two admins, can't see the chat, you still are able to see the chat, so it is what it is, I guess. But I've basically just made it like a little nook where Yuri can post whatever that she wants. Discord is muted on your phone and your PC only sends you at S. Okay, that's fair. That's probably a wise way to do it. Or ats, rather, not at S. Yeah, that's fair. That's, I don't blame you. I usually try and, I usually keep mine unmuted, specifically in my Discord, but I feel like that's understandable why I do that, given, I try and respond to messages in the Discord. Oh boy, the best Minecraft episode, going into the end and finding an elytra. Because, of course, this is something that I decided would be, a good idea for a video. Why wouldn't we do this for 2 hours? I mean, I suppose an elytra is a big enough jump where I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of want to show and prove on camera that I did it, because I like proving on camera that I do things, so there's no question about it. But at the same time, goddamn, it sucks sometimes. But yeah, for the most part, like, I have made actually a few channels recently in the Discord, which I may as well talk about. We've got the channel, of course, that is the D&D channel, which is essentially anyone who's in the D&D game. So everyone basically currently in the D&D game, which is convenient because the current group of people is well, all the admins plus also Coriolanus for the most part. So that's a whole thing. Yeah, so that's at least a thing I do suppose. Etc. Yeah. I'm just going to probably also delete that message, I reckon. How does one delete this message? I don't know. I don't know how to delete individual messages, but because also keep in mind we are still playing Minecraft, a game that has a majorly younger audience. Like I'm trying to keep it like at this point like PG-13 plus sort of thing, where it's like it's not for kids, but at the same time it's I'm not excessively swearing and such. That means that I can do as Gen X 100 After Dark, where we talk mad shit and swear, or at least 15% whenever you're here. I mean, yeah, 15 plus, yeah, I figured. Yeah, I know, but at the same time, I generally would prefer to try and keep it as, you know, as accessible to everyone as possible for the most part. Oh, I've got two of them attacking me now. Out of here. There we go. That gave me a lot of ender pearls. Okay, across we go. Oop. Right, so we're in these like midlands, which I'm guessing are like the bigger islands, but are still not like massive islands. Okay, fair. Still not seeing any outlines of any cities, go figure. Throw one of them across. Oop. Alrighty. Well, thanks for coming around anyways, Yuri. I'll catch you whenever I catch you next. All that good sort of stuff. Okay, so jeez, this is like always the bit of the game that just sucks. Where it's like you have to travel for a significant distance to find anything good. And I get that, it's meant to be a drawn out thing because this stuff is supposed to be hard to get, but like, come on. I mean, fair. That is generally what I mean. What I presume you mean when you say you're going to be going to bed. That you're going to sit there and play that for another few hours. Few being 10, but fair. Alright, let's get across to this bigger island. Probably eat some food and heal up, preferably. How's our armor looking? Not the worst, not the best. That's fine. Um, this is a big old island here, actually. Damn, not bad. Yo, Watson, do you remember a show called Skyland? Like, different from like Skylanders. It was like some French animated show that was on ABC 3 back a bunch of years ago. It's like it's like a brother and sister, and the sister's like telekinetic or something, or telepathic. Perhaps, yeah. So I was sitting there recently, and I just had that like flashback to that show. I never really watched it, but it was one of those ones where I'm like, oh, I wonder if I can find anything about it. Apparently, I've actually like found well, for the most part, found the show. Though by that I mean like I've found the wiki page and stuff for the show. It was fucking whack. I really need to go and do an actual proper watch through. It reminds me of, if you remember, there was that one game. Like it feels like the TV equivalent of the DS game Spectrobes, where like they tried to do something interesting as compared to the rest of the shows on ABC 3. But it was questionable, I guess. I don't know. But it's one of those sort of shows where I feel like I need to go and watch it, like, because I find a lot of my inspiration for building stuff comes from watching shows. So if I watch a bunch of like, I don't know, anime, I guess naturally I'm going to be building environments that are more, you know, well, given that I watch fantasy anime more than anything, that are more very heavily fantasy sort of thing. So I feel like since I want to kind of build another campaign that's got a lot of like Sky Island type stuff, and I reckon that will be interesting to see at least. I suppose. Um, but yeah, because I fully basically forgot that show existed. There was another one actually, sort of similar, that was like, like they've got like these like hover bikes or some shit, and they get like these crystals that give them certain powers or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember even the name of that one. I don't even know where to start with the name of it. But there used to be a website that had like all of like it was like an ABC website where you could like play games similar to that, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. Shame my very shitty computer at the time can't run it. But yeah, I guess that was the whole thing. We're gonna need to be pearling across, so I'm gonna grab some pearls. Our boots are looking a bit worse for wear, but that's fine. These are temporary boots. I like to always have at least 2 pearls on hand, just in case I need to abort the first pearl and throw out a second one. If I throw it and it looks like I'm about to fall, I can throw one just directly up. So as I'm falling, I just get teleported back upwards. Okay, let's see. Drop this one down. Okay, I guess I'll throw them on the ground. Fantastic. Of course. How did you know, game, that that was exactly what I wanted to do? Okay. Or, contrarily, actually, let's head up. I know that looks like a big kind of connected situation, so I guess I'll just path my way out like this. Okay. I also fully forget I have a shield. Like, the only time I've actually been using the shield is against the shulkers, but like I could probably use it against the Enderman and be doubly as efficient. But oh well. I guess it is what it is anyways. I'm not too worried about it. Should probably also check whether Chris replied to the message. I haven't really talked to Chris much recently. He's it's been a situation of like just he messages me being like, "Hey, you free?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not, unfortunately." And then the timing just hasn't lined up so far. Also, give me a moment. Okay, there we go. I had a mocha up at the shops earlier, and it's done some like weirdness to my stomach. Like I don't know, I just feel a bit woozy. But I guess it is what it is, anyways. I mean, it was a good mocha. I just don't know what's up with my stomach at the moment, I guess. Hmm. I mean, on the bright side, at least the end music is kind of vibey sort of thing. Let me actually turn up the music just a tad. Music. Because it is, like, wacky. It's got, like, some nice sort of background tones to it. But, like, I think they made it pretty well in a way that it still conveys that sort of, like, alien vibe. Okay, I thought I threw that a bit shorter than what I was hoping, but nope, we're good. I'm definitely gonna. I guess we won't eat that golden carrot. Sure. Come on, there we go. There we go. Maybe let's. I don't know. I guess there's a slight bit of lag, but generally we can handle it for the most part. God damn it! Give me a damn island, please. Jeez. We're gonna need to go and get a mending book, aren't we? Oh boy. This end area is super barren. Damn. Okay. I think we got a pearl out of that. Oh boy. Well, I see an island that way, but this is gonna require a bit of finesse, I reckon. Like, okay, I'll tell you what. try and head over to this island. Then hopefully we can hop our way across over there. That feels kind of right. This kind of sucks. I really hate being in the end because it just makes for a really shit episode usually. Like, we're at an hour 40 and we found nothing. Oh boy. That's whack. Usually, and given I try and do 2-hour episodes, not the best. I mean, I suppose we'll just keep going and see if we hit 3 hours. Because I don't really want to spend an hour or an hour and a half in the end and not make any progress whatsoever. Right. What we can do is if we tunnel or if we build our way over here, small end islands. Don't really like that. Let's try and sit up just a tad. Get a bit of a back crack going there. And then you realize what else I could have been doing with this time. We could have played Darkest Dungeon. Could have played really anything else. I really enjoyed the game we played on stream earlier today, Monster Sanctuary. I think that's the one. That was pretty good. Could be playing that. If you wanted to roast me, you could say that I could be shaving the shitty beard that I've got. That would also be an applicable thing as well, I would say. Though it is somewhat odd because it seems both myself and Brett, people who have traditionally very dark brown hair or somewhat dark brown hair on the top of our heads, tend to have this sort of ginger, bright red sort of beard, which is sort of wacky. I don't know what's up with that. Don't think I've really ever had red hair before. Same, fair. Because, like, this is the same, your blonde hair and I'm guessing a red beard. Huh. Maybe it's just our age, I guess. Not enough serotonin, not serotonin. What's the word that I'm looking for? Melanin. Yeah, genetics, I guess. Guess it's the Irish coming out from me, I guess. We don't have enough melanin going to the beard follicles or something. But, yeah, no, actually, it's probably an Irish and Scottish thing, I imagine, or at least a very sort of British thing. Because, I mean, immediately off the top of the head, we know one red-headed person who has a very red beard, if I'm not mistaken. If anything, that's actually, like, when I looked in the mirror earlier, I'm like, oh, that actually kind of reminds me of his beard. Don't know whether that's a reason to chop it off, though, or not. Because I'm like, The beard's kind of good, but it hides the neck beard that I've currently got. Or not neck beard. The double chin is the word I'm looking for. It hides the double chin I've currently got. But, yeah, it's a thing, I guess. It is what it is. Like, I don't know, I've just been trying to make sure it... After I've shaved, I've brought it up off of the neck, and it looks, in my opinion, a lot better than having it go all the way down to the bottom of my neck. Well, I suppose not the bottom of my neck. My bottom of my neck is, like, down here. It's better than going to, like, here sort of thing, my Adam's apple. It looks a lot more clean. Though, of course, as soon as I start growing the beard, I get these, like, little swirly ones out here, and I'm like, should probably handle that. Yeah, always shave the neck, yeah. Neck beard, not the best. Like, for a while I was just being lazy and didn't shave, but I'm like, yeah, no, I need to, like, if I'm going to grow a beard, I need to at least maintain it. Not really too big of a fan of, growing hair and not maintaining it, or, like, that sort of stuff. Keep a neat cheek line. Yeah, my cheek line is kind of messed up, because I've got, like, all the... Like, you can't actually even really see it on camera, but we got, like, little bits and pieces coming out over, like, here and stuff. Need to get it, like, nice and chiseled sort of thing, but of course that's going to probably... I don't think that's something I can do at the moment with my lack of ability to grow a beard. Like, I reckon if Xander tried to grow a beard, that he would be like, well, on the bright side, I can probably grow a bit more of a beard than he can, but still, it's still one of those things where it's not the best thing, ideally. Having, because for the most part, like, I get like sideburns, which is my main thing, and then it sort of like wraps down to the bottom of my chin and like wraps around, and then at least since I've got a little bit that goes there, it sort of wraps back up, which kind of cringe, not gonna lie, but I guess it is what it is. Oh boy, how are we gonna get over here? Don't really want to diagonally build because diagonals are very expensive in terms of material cost. But I guess let's drop this and we'll take these out. Oh, hey, there I see it. On the map there, bottom corner, we have ourselves a ship. Yes, finally. Okay, now we just gotta not die. Can't get cocky. And as we're approaching 20 minutes, or 2 hours, that's brilliant. 7 o'clock. We could probably actually push it forward, though I'm going to probably have dinner at some point soon. So I suppose we could do just a 3-hour episode of Minecraft. That could work. I mean, I suppose we'll see what happens. Either that or I wrap up after the 2 hours is up. We still have another 15 minutes. That'll bring us to 8 p.m. Could do. I suppose we'll see what happens, see what I'm thinking when we get a bit closer, because I'm not too stressed over it. But, oh boy, we're slowly getting there. But yeah, Mastermind, if you're unaware, apparently there's at the moment, there's a Game Pass thing for $1, where you can get like 3 months of the Xbox Game Pass for $1. I'm not sponsored or anything, but it's been one of those things where I'm like, oh boy, that's actually quite a good deal. I need to inform some of the boys about this, so that way we can all have access to some games and do some multiplayer. Because it's got like stuff like Sea of Thieves and such, and I'm like, ooh, wouldn't mind playing a bit of Sea of Thieves with the boys. That sounds like a good time. Actually, now that Chris has a computer as well, I could probably do that. Probably like hit him up and be like, oi, hey, firstly, download Minecraft. And then secondly, download that. Because now he can actually play on a server on his own time. Oh boy. No doubt that's probably what he's doing. He updated some campaign info on Discord. Sounds good, sounds good. I'll give it a check in a couple moments. I'll probably actually give it a read after, in the, like, maybe 10 minutes, so I can finish off the recording, and I'll go through and take a look at it. Unless you want me to do it now. I'm cool either way, though. Okay, there we go. Boop, bop, bam. There's a hole here, oh damn. Just throw a pearl, that should get me across. And we got one more gap to pass. I didn't get the jump off, but that's fine. I still got the teleport. You can put it up on stream if I want. Okay, well, give me a quick moment to check. Just because it's good to know either way. All right. Yeah, okay, this is probably... I'll tell you what, I will put this up on stream probably after I finish recording this Minecraft bit, so anyone who is here and is interested in seeing what's happening for the D&D, we can do that sort of stuff. Yeah, okay, fair. So, we wouldn't know. Well, I mean, I presume basic geography would probably know, but we would not know, all of the gods. Well, we might know the gods. Regardless, yes, I get what you're saying in chat anyways. But yeah, I'll bring that up, so it's also a little bit of info for those who are here for, the whole Minecraft thing. They can see Minecraft, and if they're interested in D&D, they can then also see that afterwards. Drop, 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 drop. Come on. There we go. I grabbed that one. Okay, cool. Luckily, this seems to be a bit of a smaller city, but still having access to all of the stuff that I would like, which is good. So, let's jump, jump, jump. Let me actually turn down the render distance just a tad. Just 16. Make it a lot smoother. Okay, actually, what I can do is I'll jump up here. Okay. I guess I'll float up here. Alright, those drop down there. I'll keep that in mind. Come on, drop, 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 drop. There we go. Okay, that goes up. Oh boy. That's a decent sized thing. Alright, cool. Good to know. I'll drop back down here for these shulker shells, because shulkers are very useful. I realized, though, that you can also store the shells. So you have the shells stored, because you can't put shulkers into more shulkers, but you can put shells and chests into shulkers, which is definitely good and useful. Now, I see there was a shulker over on that side. No, damn it. Get me back down here, please. Give me that. No. This is an irritant. I've been saying that a lot recently, damn. Ah, no, jeez. There we go. Should probably eat. Get my health back up a bit. That fall probably wasn't the smartest thing for me to take. Come on, up we go. Come on. Jeez. And grab that. Excellent. Blah, blah. Nice. Oh, cool. There's a chest up there as well. And an ender chest. Even better. I like these rooms. I like the ender chest. Come on. There we go. Hey, we got a shulker head. Ah, let me drop. Let me drop. I want to... There we go. Bruh. I look like an old man. Okay. Just water to get myself down. All things considered, the water's actually probably a really OP strat. Ooh, a mending diamond pickaxe. That's very powerful. That is actually one of the best things that we could possibly have gotten. Not bad indeed. Grab that, and we'll grab the ender chest, because why not? Now I do believe that there is supposed to be parkour across, but I'm horrible at parkour occasionally, so I guess it is what it is, and we'll just levitate. Sure, that works too. Fantastic. Let's eat some carrots. That water cheese. Yeah, usually you can do it with what's it called? So you can do it with the Elasher as well, but the water is definitely pretty OP with it. Oh, jeez. That could have been possibly bad. Though, to be fair, I didn't take too much damage. Just gotta not be a fool and mess up my parkour. Okay. Come on. There we go. No shulker box from, or shulker shells from that, really. Irritating. Okay. I guess, well, it's better to take it out, and then we know it's not going to sit there and pelt us for a while. Okay. Okay, it warped. That's irritating. Alright. Crap. You. Okay, sure. Move over just a tad. There we go. Apparently I have the ability to just break through their shells pretty easily, which is still pretty nice. I don't think you're normally supposed to be able to do that, but I think it's just because it has to still do some small amount of damage, and if you just hit them enough times, you get through their armor pretty well. Now, I do believe there is probably one that's still on the outside, and bricks. Oh yeah, that's right, that's the whole thing, isn't it? I mean, I'm not too fan of the cheese bricks. You know, I like my cheese, of course, with the water and such, but not the brick form. Okay, come on. Go. Almost up there. You can't hit me yet. Thought I saw a shulker out there. Nope. Don't fall. Probably should eat some food. Just make sure I have health in case I do fall. Because, of course, I'm a fool and will fall. Knowing me. Okay, that works too. Alright, there you go, shulker lad. Time to go down. Alright, well, the shell's just there. I can grab that easy. Eat up. Drop onto this one when this drops. Yep, there you go. Boop. And drop, drop. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay. So now we've got to go over to this one. Should be actually pretty easy. Jump over the bullets, damn it. Drop me down. I don't know if I grabbed that or not. I think I did. Ah, jeez. Give me that, thank you. Now, there was one on the outside over here that I would like to come over here and grab if possible. The shulker shells are one of those sort of things where, like, I as a player generally don't use them too much, but, like, I know high-tier Minecraft gameplay usually uses them. You know, like, you're looking at, like, Hermit. What the heck? Hey, I would like my water back, please. There we go. Water pickup bug, yeah. I didn't catch it at the first time, but yeah, fair. Okay, I guess we can just break through here. Just take all of the extra shulker things to give me an extra bit of levitation. Sure, I guess even more, why not? I see a shulker up at the top. 3, 2, 1, and drop. There we go. Just make my way up here. Take out this last shulker. Its bullets are probably going to hit the platforms as I go up. Oop. Great, apparently you know what else is going to hit the platform? My face. And then me as I fall and hit a different platform. Okay. There we go. Excellent. Now, to be fair, I could actually probably make use of the, levitation I have to get over there, but it's not a big deal. Oh, I just realized that they could really BM us by changing it so these are all, like, upper slabs. So there's only, like, a slab tall, but they're all on the upper slabs, so that way when you place it, you know, or, like, you know, like that, where you place it and you can't actually land in the water. That would suck. Maybe I should do that. Just, like, start building with only upper slabs so I can't. Also, if anyone tries to do parkour placing water, they mess it up and die. Unless, actually, what happens if you shift place it? No, shift placing it still doesn't do anything. Huh. Interesting. Good to know, I suppose. Good to know. Hence is why building with upper slabs for a floor is very brutal. Especially if people then go and put pufferfish underneath. I'm fine if a levitation thing hits me, to be honest, because it means I can get over here a bit easier. Ah, no, a shell. I'll have to remember to drop down there and grab that soon. Unless I want to do it now, but that sounds like a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, we're going to grab the brewing stand, because brewing stands are good to have. Out of here. Yep. No. Okay, cool. Got that. That's a pretty good pickaxe, I'll tell you what. For an iron pickaxe, I can get down with that. Fire protection and mending on the pants. So I don't really need to worry about that, but it's good to have. Oh, hello, sir. You're going to warp now this way. There you go. Stop teleporting away from me, fool. Come on, drop. There we go. Now there's one more dude here. Could have sworn that on boats they always generate in the same locations, like the shulkers. Come on, around here. And let's grab ourselves another dragon head. Alright, not bad. Grab this. Really probably should have brought myself a bunch of fireworks, because I have the elytra but not fireworks. Right, now we've got to find our way out of here. So, I suppose we did approach from the bottom, so I suppose... Oh no, we came from this angle. There. I mean, I could head backwards, but at the same time, I guess let's try and find our way out of here. The other option is I just ditch everything into a shulker box in my ender chest. That actually probably would be a fast way out of here. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'll walk around for maybe 5-10 minutes. If I can't find a way out, then I'll just do that, I reckon. Yeah, we've got building bits. You want to cook a healthy fried salad, but then you got distracted by the stream, so now you're going to order pizza. Fair, fair. I don't blame you. Pizza is good. You know, when you don't get food poisoning from it. But yeah, can't complain. I went out and did a bunch of shopping with Matt earlier, as I've already stated, and turns out I have a spare like $10 in my wallet I didn't know about. So that's pretty cool. Okay, and there's one of the capsules. Good stuff. Good stuff. Means we don't lose the levels. Hello, Mr. Enderman. Come here and give me your Ender Pearl. Okay, Pearl in. Oop. And now we're back. I don't know why it's raining in the end, but sure. Whatever works, I guess. You checked your wallet the other day and had 300 in cash. Fair, fair. I mean, I probably wouldn't suggest walking around with that, but I suppose whatever works, I guess. I mean, all things considered, it's always a good feeling. It's like finding cash down the side of the couch, which doesn't really ever happen for me because, well, no one really carries coins on them. But fair. You deposited most of it. That's fair. I don't blame you. Okay. So now here's the thing: we could go and actually change that Fletcher into a mending villager if we wanted to. You just didn't realize you had that much. That's fair. Tools. Let's grab out our axe. Break this. Put the book and quill in there, sure. Yeah, let's go and try and get ourselves a mending villager, I reckon. Because now that I've got access to an elytra, I kind of want to make sure I have all that stuff. Also, I have an Enderman problem. They just kind of like come around to my base, just even though everything's lit up, and just pick up a bunch of stuff. And it's kind of irritating. Also, my helmet just broke. Like, that's sort of why all of this area looks so kind of garbage with, like, blocks placed everywhere. Because Endermen are just like, oh, hey, let's just grab that. And I'm like, bruh, why? Could you not? Okay. Good day, you're a Fletcher. I could trade essentially wood for emeralds, but let's change that. Okay, this can go in that position. Move over. Curse of Binding. Wow, the most useful of trades. Okay, come on, give me mending. Nope. Bookshelf and paper. That's garbage. Projectile protection. Yeah, no, miss me. Come on, give me something good, damn it. Move. Like, the only one I would possibly consider over mending is, like, efficiency 5, but even still, like, mending is still probably better. Unbreaking 2. Yeah, no, if you're not even going to give me top tier stuff, I don't care. Loyalty 1. Miss me. Come on. Luck of the Sea. Mate, you need to move back. Jesus Christ. Oh, you know what? I'll put that up there. Too bad. You can no longer climb on the top. How do you feel about that one? I mean, I suppose the issue isn't him climbing. It's the issue of him getting in my way. Luck of the Sea. Silk Touch. Not bad, but we could be getting better things. You know, like mending, for example. Depth Strider 2. Respiration. Sharpness. Nope. Brr, come on, I need mending. This is why I don't like doing this, because it takes forever. And it's garbage. quick charge. Like when you get a bunch of villagers and they're all safe and they're all in a good position, it's generally pretty good. Past that, it's like, could be doing anything else with my time, I guess. Loyalty 1. And watch that, like, when he gets mending, it's going to be like 30 emeralds or something. Unbreaking 3 for 12, that's not bad. Lure 3. Thing is, you don't really... Like, unbreaking is only a benefit when you have mending. Bane. Quick charge. To be fair, actually, I could probably take on a raid and still be relatively successful at this point. And then I'd be getting things a lot cheaper. Infinity. Maybe I should bring in a zombie and have him infect this dude. Though we don't have... There's a chance it won't work since we're on medium difficulty, not hard difficulty. So maybe I should probably not do that. Come on. Give me mending. You got paid 100 more than usual. Not bad. I suppose, I'm guessing you've been working on like Sundays or something. Looting 3 is not bad, but not what I'm looking for. Curse of Binding. Yep, nope, missed me. Infinity. Villager. I am sick of your shit. You better be giving me bloody mending. After tax. Oh yeah, still 100 more. Okay, fair. That's pretty fresh. Did you get a raise or something, I'm guessing? Or just convenient extra money, I guess? Either I just guess working more is also a thing. But fair. Good stuff. Nope, still nothing. Come on, man. Give me mending. Not a raise to that degree. True, yeah. I mean, that would be a pretty solid raise, all things considered. Like, a $2 raise would... To get an extra 100, you would still be needing to get... Or be working for 50 hours. 50 hours a week, which would be more than I think is legal, if I'm not mistaken. You got a raise last year. Fair. Because if I'm not mistaken, doesn't everyone technically get a raise by like $2.5 if you're being paid? Not illegal, just costs overtime. Right, gotcha. That's fair. Because isn't there some whole thing where each year you get a like passive raise of like 2.5, not 2.5, it's like $1.5 or something to account for the increase in like what's the word, with like all the money being produced, inflation. That's the word. So I know Mum was talking about it a little while ago. Depends on your award. Okay, fair. That makes sense. Give me a moment also. Okay, yeah, but fair. That makes sense. Come on. Still haven't gotten mending yet. 13 episodes in. Go figure. We have bad luck in finding an elytra. We have bad luck in getting mending. Silk touch. I swear I've seen silk touch like 3 times already. Fire prop. Mate, you almost just got a fucking axe to the head. Move your ass. You get an extra 250 a year, and your brother would get 150 roughly. Okay, that makes sense. Because yeah, that would I imagine actually that would be pretty good if you're with a company for like 10 years. You get an extra like $25 overall for each year you've worked there. So I suppose if you're with a company, you'll be hoping to be making at least like $50 a year, sort of, or $50 an hour roughly. So I suppose that also comes into whether you've been working as a contractor, a full-time employee, a part-time employee, etc. Loyalty. Come on, man. How hard is it to get mending? And then, of course, when I want anything else from mending, then, of course, I get mending like 7 times. Luck of the Sea. And we're at it. Oh no, we're still in operating time. Sharpness 4, not bad. If you were a fully qualified chef, you'd be getting about 60 an hour. That's pretty solid. I'm guessing that would. Well, I suppose it depends also whether you're working casual or whether you're working full time. Because casual, of course, gets casual loading, which definitely would help. Public holidays, you're on 75 an hour. That's pretty good. Okay, apparently 6 p.m. is the cutoff. God damn it. But fair, that makes sense. Also, I'm going to turn down my video view settings just down to about 10 or 11. Fine, whatever. Never work them anyways. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, public holidays are definitely good for money, but that also means that you have to kind of give up that one day off you'll be getting, which days off are good. Like, I don't know, at this point, I'm sort of just like, I like my time off as much as, well, really anyone. I don't really want to give that up. Which, granted, it's not like it really matters given I'm constantly having time off anyways, given that I don't have a job. But, yeah, fair. You get a Christmas holiday there. Ah, okay, that makes sense. I'm guessing that's also because, the rest of the place doesn't want to work for Christmas, though, as well. Unpaid, which is annoying. Yeah, I think that's the downside of working as a casual is you don't get paid holidays, which is definitely a bummer. Let's down the instant health potions because this is the only time that I'm actually going to need to be downing instant health potions. Full health. I don't have food on me. The hell? More golden apple or golden carrots. But fair. Hang on, give me a moment. My voice is starting to die just a tad. Go figure. Oh well. Hmm. I guess it's nighttime, so I can't just sleep. You, because you haven't given me your fucking mending, I am now sleeping in your bed. Congratulations. Feel bad for yourself. Aqua affinity. Blah. Loyalty. Move out of the way, villager. Give me goddamn mending. This man needs to cut his shit, like, right now. Come on, man. But yeah, no, I mentioned I had a dream the other day that I was back in the army, or doing army cadets, rather. Ah, finally, for 36 emeralds. Might be war crime. Oh no. I mean, yeah. Fucking took long enough. Time to go and sell all of the gold that I have so that way I can afford that. Fucking hell. I don't know if I have gold. I do have gold. I've got some in my inventory. Okay, books and gold. Also potatoes. I need to grow a lot of potatoes. But I'm just gonna show that I'm locking it in on camera, so that way when I turn up next time after having grinded for 20 hours and have mending on all of my gear, it's not a question of how I got it. Jeez, we're gonna have to be putting that down there. Dragon head can go in there. Oh, mending needs to go onto my elytra immediately. Get a couple of extra diamonds, which is nice. This one, that one. Mending. I have efficiency 4. I could apply these two together and then apply them onto that, so that's just my workhorse. That's probably what I'm going to do. What do I have at the moment? That's right, I'm doing gold. We have a lot of gold, actually. Gold goes there. Potatoes, I don't have any spare. Books. Leather, we have a lot of leather. We don't have any sugarcane, I think, on hand. Hang on. No, we have a bit. 36. Alright, let's make a bunch of paper. Whoop, bop. And then I have my paper. I have my leather. Oh, it's on second page. There we go. Bunch of books, easy peasy. Alrighty, I require mending on everything immediately, except for apparently my pants, which I'm doing pretty good with. All right. We need to go in here. You, sir, give me your gold and all of it. Okay. How many was that? 12? I need 30. 36. Okay. Yikes. If I had more potatoes, I could do that. Wheat is actually probably better in terms of the efficiency, but that's fine. Like a couple more of these. In other news, I was driving through Sydney the other week, and it's really kicked up my want to go into the city because I don't know. I just have this like very like I don't know. I want to reach a point where I can just roll up into like some massive skyscraper and just take the elevator to like the top floor sort of thing. Of course, that would probably not happen at any real given situation, but it would be definitely cool. All right, how are we looking on our potatoes? I guess I'll go over here and check. We have no inventory capacity. You were up in North Beach yesterday. Fair. I don't know. I'm guessing you went up there just to like hang out with someone or something. But fair. So I was gonna say I don't know why you would want to go up there, but fair, fair. Yeah, pretty much. That's fair. Yeah, I at this point I only really spend time hanging out with like the boys and like the occasional time of like, oh, there's a family friend over, fantastic. Otherwise, I'm basically just like, yep, no, I'm a hermit, which all things considered, I'm fine with. I'm not really too stressed over it. I found that using dating apps have not really ever worked out entirely positive for me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not worried about dating apps and such. Um, they tend to be questionable for the most part, anyways. So I basically just stopped using them altogether. But yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, for the most part, generally I try and make sure that any effort I put into something, I have like some equal return. And as a guy on a dating app, you're probably not going to have equal return. But I suppose that's the thing, is you're not really putting too much effort into it anyways. The only time you're putting effort into a dating app is really when you're setting up the profile, but even still, doesn't like it's one of those things where it's like, it's not really worth it in my opinion. Like if I want to meet someone, I'll go out and just like go to a bar or something, a pub. But yeah, past that, I'm not really too worried about it. There we go. But yeah. Oh yeah, pretty much. Like if you're not a 10 on a dating app, you're not having really any success. Like I don't know, at the moment, in my opinion, most of the times that I've met someone on a dating app, it's usually ended up being like not good at all. It's been like, oh, this person has some significant mental issue, which I mean, I'm sure I'm cool dealing with people who have like, depression and such, but it's the sort of people who have like some mental issue that then like they take out on someone else, like myself, and I'm like, no, that's not how this works. I'm not a fucking workhorse. Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a reason that people are on dating apps. Like, I'm not a worker. That's not really the phrasing I'm supposed to be. Or I'm trying to think of. I'm not. I'm not a counselor. Is my point. It's like, I have my own shit I worry about. I don't need to then take on the everyone else's issues. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Is like, that's not really a position that I want to be dealing with if I can avoid it. Like, that's kind of cringe to me. Um, let's just grab a couple of these. Sure. Oop, there we go. This can be our potato box. Fantastic. especially bad on dating apps when you just met them, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't like having people's entire life stories laid out in front of me because, frankly, I often don't really care too much, especially when it's like someone who is just some random on the internet. Like, as with streaming, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll listen, I'll offer advice if advice is needed. But when it comes to, dating apps and stuff, it's like, okay, I'm here for the sake of like trying to meet someone that's interesting. Chances are, if you're on a dating app, you probably haven't already had a relationship, and I'm like, or if you have had a relationship, something's gone wrong, and it's not my job to try and pick up the pieces of someone. Especially in our age bracket, where like, you know, people are on dating apps so they can get laid. Like that's pretty much everyone on a dating app at this particular moment. Which I mean, yeah, hey, if that's what you're going for, then sure, good for you. I don't really mind. At the end of the day, oh hey, dickhead, get your ass back in there now. No, mate, this is going to go one of two ways. Get your ass back in there, or your head is going to be on a fucking silver plate. Come on. No. No. Fuck off. Back in there. In there. Go. In you go. Come on. In. There you go. That wasn't that hard. Try it again, and your head is coming right the fuck off. There we go. Anyways. Okay. So that's a whole thing. We have mending now. Yay. What do I want to put mending on? Probably my elytra immediately. Good thing as well that the worst is I'm 19, have two children, 2 and 8 months. If you can't handle me, at worst you don't deserve me. Yeah, I'm like, that's gonna be a no. Like, thing is, I am not in a position in my life where I can logistically deal with having a child around me because I need quiet to stream. I don't want to be interrupted if I'm sleeping. And, well, for the long and short of it, not I don't have the money to deal with a child because children are fucking expensive. Like, I am not in a position in my life where I can logistically or mentally deal with having a child around me. It's already bad enough with my brother, and he's like 12. But yeah, like you get the idea, and I'm like, no. Like, I don't care how good you think you are. There's a level where I just don't want to be dealing with that, frankly. And, people can talk shit on that if they wish, but frankly, Mitchell, how's it going? What do I do for work? I am broke. I don't have a job at the moment. I am a university student and such. Mum's getting triggered at you because that's your opinion. What, because you don't want a child right now? I feel like that's a justifiable opinion given we're 21. Like, that's a sort of normal thing at this point, I would go so far as to say. But, yes. Also, thanks for following, Mitchell Mags. How's it going? What's happening? We are sort of we're getting close to wrapping up Minecraft, but then we're going to probably talk about D&D for a little bit. So if you're into D&D and such, then feel free to stay around. How far into uni am I? I am 3 years into uni. Technically, I did a 3-year degree, but I was like, I failed one of my classes because I had a shitty group, and I was like, Crap. Well, I'm gonna have to be doing a new. I'm gonna have to either be doing 5 units or 5 classes a semester, or spread it out. And I was like, okay, you know what? If I'm gonna be spreading it out by one semester at least, I'm gonna like take the time and spread it out properly, and just do a full another year. So I've gone and I've set up to do a fourth year. But yeah, I just finished my third year. So I have a major project because I'm computer science. So major project and then a few other smaller ones where it's like, fancy semantics of doing computer science and, how to jerk off your client properly, that sort of shit. That's basically the long and short of what my degree is. But yeah, and okay, and you were like, what if you met a 1 million guy in debt? And apparently that's different. It's really not. Um, Children, if I'm not mistaken, if the thing actually still holds up, even it might actually be more at this point, but a child costs, at least when I saw the original statistic, it costs $1 million to raise from 0 to 18, roughly. Needless to say, that's not something I'm really in any position to handle. And if anything, that's like what Mossman said there. Yeah, no, like, because that's essentially what you're doing, right? Is by having a child, you are, whilst yes, you are having, the fun of having a child, whatever, you're putting yourself into $1 million of debt because you then have to pay that off in terms of food, in terms of clothing, all that sort of stuff. I'm just basically saying, yeah, if anything, the Metaguy $1 million in debt is actually very comparable to having a child because when you actually, like, I'm pretty sure the statistic I found, it probably is actually increased by now, but it was $1 million to raise a child from a baby to 18, which, of course, if they get a job and all that sort of stuff, it eases the burden, sort of stuff. But it's still one of those sort of situations where, like, if anything, that's actually a very comparable situation. Also, that was perfect. That got rid of all of the potatoes in my inventory. Fantastic. But yes, that's the whole thing. At the end of the day, yeah, I can't particularly say I'm interested in having a child anytime soon, and I've already have to deal with my brother, so I'm like, no. Yeah, especially if you're expected to be stepdad, yeah. Because thing is, like, even though it's a very common game thing, one of the easiest and best ways to, and most common ways to have someone, or to, earn affection with someone is to give them gifts. And if you don't have the money, that becomes very difficult. But yes, that's the whole thing. Either way, it's just being financially responsible, right? It's like I, as a person, don't take on debt and don't take on expenses that I don't need to take on. Do I need to take on the expense of having a child? No. Why would I do that? Be safe, be aware of how much money you have in your bank account, and don't make purchases and don't make financial decisions that you can't, as a person, support in terms of, like, in the long term, right? Like, and I'm aware that, like, computer science is a very kind of rocky position to be in. Like, nowadays, computer science tends to actually be not so good because you have to, it's generally a very client based, like, not degree, but a very client based situation, especially if you're majoring in software design like I am, where you're going to end up working for, a dozen different employers over a period of time. But yeah, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Be aware of your expenditures, be aware of your income. And it's the basics of finance, right? You don't have expenditures that go past your income. You don't mind for paying for stuff for a significant other if they need, because it's your decision to be with them, but someone else's child is not your problem. Get the father to help. Yeah, exactly. Like, and the thing is, like, if you really, really, really like this person that has a child, then sure, but that's your decision. That's entirely your decision to make, and anyone trying to say that, oh no, you should be, well, you should help someone who has a child, that isn't a good enough reason for me. It's like, okay, why? I shouldn't be or I shouldn't be forced to, pay off someone else's, mortgage or whatever. If you meet a child with someone with, if you meet someone with a child, it's a non-starter for me. Yeah, exactly. Like, going anything more than that is a very big commitment, and frankly, I don't blame you. Honestly, I'm sort of at the same position where, especially at our age as well, like 21, yeah, that's going to be a no from me. Like, I can't honestly justify that. Yeah, it's an unwise investment, exactly. We'd be much better off, like, actually investing in anything else, really. Oh, hey, we can put mending on our big brain. Like, it's all just economics, right? You always want to make sure that your income is greater than your expenditures. Hmm. I don't know if there's anything else I could put there. Yeah, 21 is too young for you, you think also. Yeah, exactly. All the costs, and when you break up, the child is gone anyways, there's no return. Yeah, exactly. There is legitimately no return on investment at all. Like, I'm trying to, like, even just mentally think of something, but there's nothing. There's no return on investment at all. Like, sure. Well, I suppose, well, there's an emotional return on the investment, sure. You get to grow, or you get to hang out with this kid as it's growing up, sure. But you know what other kids I've hung out well, over my time? The ones that I grew up with. Mastermind. You, for example, we got to hang out and grow up around, well, given that we're at the same age, we went to the same primary school. All of my best friends and good friends and other friends and everyone that I've hung out with and have gone to high school, I've had the pleasure of being able to, grow up with everyone. I'm fine with, like, I don't need to see another child grow old, because why would I? Especially, yeah, no legal rights either. Yeah, especially. Like, I'm happy with the amount of people that I've seen grow old. I don't need to, like, maybe in like another 8 to 10 years I might consider having a child of my own, but I don't need to watch someone else's kid that I didn't have any decision in creating grow old. Like, that's just not something I'm interested in, frankly. Like, it just doesn't add up to me. I don't know why you would do that. Like, you don't even want your own kids. And yeah, that's the thing as well. And that seems to be a pretty common thing nowadays as well, actually, that people just don't want kids in general, which honestly, I don't blame you. But I still like the idea of, like, at some point in the future, having some offspring to some degree. Okay, we're going to put that there, and that gives us a bunch of fireworks. Excellent. Gunpowder goes in there. We'll put paper in there as well. Valuables. We'll make a fireworks box at some point. But let's take an aerial view of our base, now that we were able to. Finally I'm flying again. Feels good. I'm pretty happy with this, actually, at the moment. Need to put more effort fixing this fixing this spawner. But yeah, not bad, not bad. I do like this. I need to actually. So a while ago, I did say that I was going to build a building every episode. Um, Needless to say, I'm on episode 13, and you see what, 3, 4, maybe 5 buildings. But yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, well, that's the thing as well, though. Is like, yeah, I'm aware I am realistically. I am a person who agrees with the concept of immortality through offspring, which, all things considered, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Not really too worried about it, realistically. The like, but at the same time, nowadays, I'm like, I'm not in a rush to have kids. I'm not really worried about that. So, it is what it is at the end of the day. The little beer Alice's. But yeah, like, all things considered, it is what it is. I'm not really too stressed over it. I'm liking how this is coming along, but I feel like it's going to look a lot better when it towers over this wall. Like, at the moment, the wall is like up here, and the rest of the building is down here. But like, when it gets up here, it's going to look real good. But yeah, oh well. Anyways, I'm going to wrap up this Minecraft episode stream thing, this VOD that I'm recording, and then I'm going to we'll move over and we'll talk about the D&D stuff for a little while. So, If you've been here for the Minecraft episode, thank you for coming out. If you've been here for a minute, moment, or the entire stream, all that good sort of stuff, yeah, twitch.tv/100. If you want to join the Discord, there's the exclamation mark Discord in the chat here. There's also the exclamation mark YouTube if you want to see where these are uploaded. We have playlists for all of the stuff. You can find all of that on the YouTube. But yeah, thanks for coming out. I'm going to wrap up Minecraft, so thank you and goodbye.